So this one's just going to be a short video. I'm not really going to do too much of an in-depth how-to. Just some pointers on, I'm not doing a flush. I'm just doing a drain and fill. But I need to change my upper and lower hoses. Probably should change the one going to the reservoir as well. But there, it takes several weeks to get one. So I'm going to leave it till next time I decide to do a flush. These are more important for me right now. But about 3 gallons of 50/50 Prestone. Bought these, they put these in from the factory, crush them up, put them in with the coolant. Bought these remote spring clip clamp pliers. And I'm going to use this little pick to pick around the stock. And then I think I'm going to put a little of this on the inside of the new ones to get them to slide on easier. Alright, we'll see you on the other side of the intro. So right now, I have the radiator draining. I removed the headlight and I took the air box out and the cross brace here. Just to give me a little better access to the lower hose because it's, I pulled the little foam cover off the fuel rail pipe there because your clamp is right here. I might have to disconnect this connector. I don't know. I think I have enough clearance to squeeze that clamp. And this one way down here, that's the reason I took the air box out. I might have to move this PCM out of the way because that clamp is way the fuck down there. Might have to crawl under the car to get my pliers on it. So this one, you can pull this one with vice grips because it's right there. I just moved her down. And then this one's relatively easy to get to. So I ordered, these were Gates hoses. And I ordered them off Amazon, and the lower hose was correct. The upper one had the correct part number on it, but it was a completely different hose, so I ended up returning it, and I ordered this one from AutoZone. This is the correct hose. Funny thing, I looked on Rock Auto, and GM, and eBay, GM Parts Direct, and found the image of the upper hose, and all the Gates hoses that I found had that right part number that was on the sticker on the one they sent me. They mislabeled the damn thing. But now I have the correct hose. So right now I got my drain pan under the car, and the petcock is, here's your point of reference by the battery. Look way the hell down. Try to see if I can get the light shining on it down there. There it is right there in frame. I got a old sock sitting next to it. This, trying to point to it. That's it right there. I backed it all the way out, and I'm getting what I can out of the radiator. I mean, so what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna have my shop vac at the ready, and I'm going to pop the upper hose right here and just start vacuuming out what comes out, and then I'll hold this hose up and hopefully that'll get some airflow going into the radiator. And I have cardboard and plenty of rags ready to pick up whatever comes out. So I'm not going to bore you with all that. We'll just come back when when I make some progress. Okay, quick progress update. I really had a biatch of a time getting this off, so I just split it. And nothing came out, surprisingly. Now that I'm holding this up a little bit, I can hear a little more dribbling out of the bottom there. So I think that must have got everything out of the top of the block. I might just take my shop vac and, you know, vacuum in there. And I'm gonna leave that on for now. But then after that, I think pulling this one's gonna be a mess. This is going to be a mess. And I think I'm gonna see if I can get the reservoir emptied out actually, but I'm gonna get my shop vac in there just to get whatever else is in there. See if I can pull anything through this hose. So I stuck my shop vac into the reservoir and it started pulling a whole bunch through. So I'm gonna suggest, if you don't have some of these, pick some of these up at Harbor Freight. They're hose pinch off pliers. I'm gonna pinch off the hose next to the reservoir and I'm gonna take it off of the reservoir. I'm gonna unclamp it there. Now that it's pinched off, I think I'm going to suck out what's left in here so this thing's empty when I undo it. And then I'm gonna put that vacuum hose onto the end of here, take the pliers off and start sucking coolant out that way. That way when I go to yank this, I'm not going to have coolant going all over the damn engine and transmission there. Yeah, and I stuck the hose through here and didn't do much. And then I put it through the engine there, it didn't do much. It's still just coming out at a trickle. And I had to figure I don't even have a gallon drained out of here yet. Doesn't look like it. I mean, this is a 5-quart oil pan. A little progress update. I did get a bunch out when I jammed that on the shop vac. I don't know if I'm quite to a gallon yet though, but still nervous about when I yank this. This might be fine, but down there when I pull it off the radiator. But right now, I think I'm just gonna get this top hose off, transfer this protective sleeve over onto the new one, get the new one in there. Alright, here is the upper hose removed. See, my new one matches up perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead right now, transfer this over onto the new one, put a little of that Sil Glide, and I'm going to reinstall it. And nothing's coming out of the port right there. Nada. And there's nothing coming out of here either. But like I said, I'm not doing a flush. I want to get these hosed. God damn, I can't even talk today. Hoses changed. And some fresh coolant in there. I know the stuff was still good. It was still testing to damn it, I can't remember what I tested it to. It was good anyway.
Wait, it didn't impress you.
Just a quick, I took that sheath off there and you can see how identical these hoses are. Upper hose is on. I got the sheathing pushed back. So I was going to take my rag out of there now. And I think we're done getting what we're going to get out of that radiator. I don't see any more coming out. So I'm going to leave it open I think I'll leave it open when I get this lower hose out. I just think this is going to be a mess. But I'm going for it. Well, I took it off of there and I got just a little bit of a dribble coming out of there, nothing major. And I did jam the shop vac down there and in there a little bit. So I think if I yank that lower hose off, I think we'll be good. Like I said, not doing a flush. All I really want to do is change those hoses and get maybe half fresh coolant in there. And honestly, I might take it somewhere to get a flush. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering, these heater hoses, good God, they look like a pain in the ass to change out. And if I was smart, I would have changed them when I had my upper intake manifold off, because there was considerably more clearance than there is now. Still wasn't great, but I don't know. Probably do need to be changed. Knowing me, I'll wait till one of them blows out to change them. Maybe I'll do it next year. I don't know. Just getting the two big ones, that's my main concern right now. These little auxiliary hoses can come in a year or so maybe. So I pulled up on the PCM tray and moved the hose back and put the tray over here. I'm looking at that clamp and it's pointing down. So I don't know. I can't get I can't get these under there. I might have to crawl under the car. Just FYI. Looks like a pain. Okay, when I tell you that hose clamp was a bitch to get to, like Hank Hill would say, boy, I tell you what, I ended up cutting the sumbitch off the bottom, because that motherfucking clamp is in such a god-awful spot. I could not get my remote pliers around it. I couldn't get a vice grip down there. But I think now this affords me some room to possibly get a vice grip on it. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna struggle with it. And then after I get it off, when I get the new one on, I'm gonna put it in such a position to where I can actually get my tool on it. And another thing too, I put this hose back on the reservoir and that little clamp, I think it was too weak. So I would not advise putting a worm gear clamp on a plastic bottle, but if you do, be real careful. You don't want to break the plastic. I swear to shit, I've been spending more time on this than everything else. So I got my needle nose vice grips on there, a real tiny pair, after I cut the hose off. And what did I do with it now? I got my BF screwdriver, and I think I got them unlocked, and I'm prying on the clamp. Trying like hell to get this hose the rest of the way off. And we're off. Nice. And here that sumbitch is. Good God. And to all of you out there following along, good luck when you try to get this off. I am going to put the spring clamp back on, but I'm going to position this on the other side instead of over here. There was a transmission cooler line in the way, and I just couldn't get those remote pliers on there at all. I think I'm going to try going this way. Should make it a lot easier to access. So this should be pretty simple to transfer make sure you transfer this heat shield on, because there's exhaust tubing nearby. Very important. Here's that stupid fucking, oh, let's get it on the camera. There it is. Piece of colossal shit. Alright, transfer this over. Little sill glide in the ends there, and we're ready to rack. There's just another little quick comparison with this off. Well, this is how I'm installing the clamp. I'm gonna put it way up here. I think we can undo it. It'll be fine. Don't get your glove caught in the clamp like I just did. And I peeled this back, and we'll shove it back up when we get the top clamp on. So I didn't show it before, but put a little of that sill glide on my finger, and I'm just going in a good inch or so. Just give it a light coating. You don't want to put a lot in there. You just want to make this so it slides on a hell of a lot easier. Put a little in there too. I might put a little more. So you get the hint.
Released their third album,
Okay, I went ahead,
3.6,
I
which
slid
dealt
both
with
ends
Wanda,
on,
who
and
used
now
them
I just
previous
made
work,
sure
and was greatly
there's no
inspired
kinks in the
by her
hose.
husband at the time, Sean Patton, whom she
I'm on the back
dedicated
on the
to
tripod. I'm not
being
shining down in the
Album
air
of
there
the year,
in the
as well as
car.
the best-selling album of the
So I'm going to
decade
throw the top
by
clamp
the
on
artist,
and
to
push
the
the
tune of over 25
webbing
million
back,
copies
and then do that
worldwide.
bitch of a bottom one.
Eddie Money, who of course just
All right.
passed away just a few weeks back. And,
I got my regular vice grips on here.
pouring online.
I'm going to go.
Was really amazing.
Oh, there we go. We are right close to the end there. Now we're in a good spot, so next time you change the hose, you can get your vice grips right on it. Beautiful. All right. We are all... Oh, time to close the petcock. Before we do that, got to remember to shift this back down towards the clamp. Just make sure it's on there good and tight. This is back towards the clamp. That's clamped in. So let's put this PCM back. And make sure, I gotta go back and look at my video. I think I had that under the hose. I might have to undo this and put the hose on top of it. Yeah, there's a little blunder. Okay, that has been corrected. After the fiasco down here, this is back on. We're clamped up here. PCM's back in place. Now it's time to close up that petcock. Okay, there it is. I can't really tripod it. You gotta like push in. The damn thing hits the bottom of the core support too when you're spinning it. So be careful not to cross thread it. Try to maybe lift up on the radiator a little bit so it doesn't hit that damn thing. There we go. Pick up the radiator a little bit and it won't hit that damn thing. Then when you get it just past, I'll get my pliers and give that just a tiny little turn. You don't want to be too ham-fisted because it's plastic and it'll snap off. So now what we're going to do is I got my Purple Power jug from when I made my parts washer. It's 2.5 gallons and it's got graduations on the side so I can approximate how much coolant I drain. I'm also going to take whatever little came out of my shop vac. I made sure this thing was empty before I... You know, this will also make recycling handy. Be responsible and don't pour this stuff down the drain. Take a look at where we're at here. And my cap. Well, I'm going to put the cap on here and shine a light through there. It's kind of hard to see where it's at right now. So you can't really see it on the camera. I'm looking down through here, and that is about where we are. That is what, 1.25 gallons? Oh wait, that's half. No, that's liters. Okay, this is. I gotta look on the right scale here. Right across to about there. 1.25 gallons, about that. That would be 1.5, 1 3/4, 2. Yeah. Okay. I can kind of approximate how much to add. But before all that, I need to put the air box back in place, and the headlight, and the cross brace, and the beauty cover.
It was a big decision.
All right,
for
with the
Stacy
snap of the
Q
fingers,
to decide to accept
we
the
are
song
back in
recording
business.
he had not written.
Headlights in,
Ultimately, she
bars
did
in.
relent.
Just need to put the engine cover on. But we're ready to fill her up. All right, clear some space on the workbench here. I'm gonna get a Ziploc bag, crush these suckers up. I thought these would be easier to get into. There we go. That one's hard. A couple of them were. Alright, we're gonna pulverize these up real good. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dump. I think I might just dump these straight in the tank. I don't know. Maybe dump a little coolant in. Maybe dump this in that gallon of coolant. I think that sounds like the best course of action here. Alright, here is gallon number 1. I think maybe I'll add those tablets now. Cut a little slit in the bag. Makes it a little easier to pour. Yeah, dusty. And that'll get all over the funnel, so it should wash all away when I dump the rest of this in. Yep. Very nice. Just washes her down in there. And this is going in, it doesn't look like it's coming up near the top at all. Oh, it's starting to. Well, what I'm gonna do is squeeze these hoses. Oh yeah, you can hear it gurgling up. Here. No, that upper one isn't gurgling yet. See if I can kill this whole gallon. Oh, she's getting to the top now. Getting close. Oh yeah, she's coming up through the funnel. Shit, don't spill on the floor, goddammit. I might have poured that in there a little too fast. Alright, I'm squeezing the upper hose. Squeeze that lower hose. Oh, dang, that worked. Oh. Listen to that. I'm just going to keep squeezing this. Okay, that gallon's killed off. So, I grab another gallon jug and, no graduations on here. Do another 1/4 of a gallon. I think what I'm going to do is start the car and watch what that does. Okay, now I'm just gonna slowly add some in here. I think I was dumping it in too fast. I think rushed up to the top too quick. Alright, we're getting close to the top. I don't hear any more air gurgling out when I squeeze these hoses. And the good thing about these with the pressurized tank, they're self-burping. And I've checked all around this car, and there's no bleeder screws anywhere. The only downfall to that is there isn't a radiator cap, and this is the only way to fill your radiator. It seems to be pretty efficient. It filled right up. Put a little more in there. Alright, we're getting up to the top there. Let's see. Oh, I can hear it now when I squeeze that upper hose. Pretty sure that radiator's full. Okay, put a little more in there. It's a little more than a half gallon. So maybe I got out more than what showed up in that jug. So right now, I think I'm gonna cap it and start the car, because I think you're supposed to have the cap on when you run it.
An album hit. Over the years, it has become a heartfelt standard in the LGBTQ community. The number 3 song this week belongs to Cyndi Lauper, True Colors.
I keep forgetting to turn that damn radio off. Alright. Let's go start that car. Find my keys first. Start that car and see what it does. So I'm going to let her get up to temperature, let that thermostat open, see if that level goes down. Okay, I got the heat blaring, and it's coming out hot. And the temp appears to be getting up to close to that thermostat opening. Well, just, I don't know. I can't convey it on the over the video because I don't have my temp gun, but it's coming out hot. I mean, that tank is still right up to level. I got no leaks. It is bone dry. Bone dry. I don't see anything. Oh, let me see what we got here. Nothing coming out down here. No. Well, I think she's finally ready for a test drive. Put that engine cover back on. So there you go. I hope this video was informative. And if it was, please give me a thumbs up. I know I wasn't going to do a flush, but hope it helped you change those damn hoses out. That lower hose, man, on the radiator, it was a bitch. But anyways, thanks for taking the time to watch my video. Check out some of my other ones. A lot of Impala content for old Midnite here, old Fred there. Got a couple on our 2016 cruise. Nothing major. Consider subscribing. And I am signing off. Thanks for visiting Jackwagon Garage. Until next time. Peace out.